and dudes, we are finally here on 2022. And you know what that means, right, ladies and dudes? It is time for a brand new video that featured a top 5 list that nobody has never done before. And this top 5 list is all about, well, and since we did see Spider-Man No Way Home, I'm gonna go ahead and do a top 5 list that featured some spoiler alerts. If you guys haven't seen the movie in theaters and you don't want to get spoiled of some of the moments that will be there on my list, then please don't watch this video at all. Go see the movie first, then come back and see my video for it. But if all of you YouTubers or some of you YouTubers out there from here and there who have seen the movie and you're concerned about which one of the moments that did make it to my list, then please continue on watching. If you know what I mean. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka BooBob97. This is my review for today. And today, I have a top 5 list for all of you. And this will be my very second time to do a top 5 list that featured spoiler alerts. Instead of doing this whole time movie review that features, you know, when you're doing a spoiler movie review, you're going to explain to everybody about all the things that happened in the film from beginning to end. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather do something different for all of you. I'm going to do my top 5 most favorite moments that I ever loved that came from Spider-Man No Way Home. And I think a top 5 list will have to do for today, if you know what I mean. And yeah, there's too many great moments to choose from. Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home deserves to be one of the best movies of all time that featured so many great moments from beginning to end. But I think I'd rather pick only 5 great moments that deserves to be the all-time best. And remember, this is a spoiler top 5 list. If you guys haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home and you don't want to get involved with so much spoiler alerts, then please don't watch this video at all. Just see the movie first before you see this video. But if you guys have seen Spider-Man No Way Home and all of you want to know what are my most favorite moments that ever happened in this movie, then please continue on watching. So, are you ready for my very second spoiler alert top 5 list that I ever done so far in my career in the YouTube channel thing? Yep. I got a really good, interesting list to tell you. So, let's go ahead and do my top 5 most favorite moments that I ever loved that came from Spider-Man No Way Home. So let's get this started. Coming at number 5 goes to Spider-Man versus Dolph Wade in the virtual world. I freaking love this fight scene. This is one of the best special effects that I have ever seen in movie history. Yeah, there was a whole lot of crazy events going on in that scene. And yes, it's all about where Spider-Man and Doctor Strange are trying to fight to see if those villains are going to live or not. Well, for Spider-Man, of course, he wants to find a way to help the villains and try to cure them from their curses. While Doctor Strange wanted to take them back to the world they came from and just let them die. It's a battle of life and death situation for the fate of those villains. And yeah, the virtual world is epically fantastic. It's just wild, crazy, and a whole lot of fun. And that's why that moment deserves to be at number 5. Coming at number 4, truly one of the most saddest death scenes I have ever seen in movie history. And that is the death of Aunt May. And yeah, Peter and Aunt May had such good character development and chemistry in that film. And they really do love each other so much. And Aunt May worked so hard to take care of her beloved nephew. They look more like a mother and son type of relationship. And yeah, that death scene is very tragic and heartbreaking. Something that will break our hearts in a very dark moment in the whole entire film. And yeah, thanks to the Green Goblin, he killed her. And yeah, he hurt her in the back. It's really hard for me to say about that tragic moment. And Peter was so darn heartbroken about it. Hard thing to say for the number 4 spot. Coming at number 3 has to go to all 3 of the Spider-Man dudes. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. All 3 of them did a great job with their performances, and they flesh out and develop all 3 of these Spider-Man dudes very, very well in a short period of time. Yeah, and I can understand all 3 dudes had a really good time playing with the character that we all know and love, and truly Stan Lee's most favorite superhero of all time. Yep. And they have such fantastic moments in the whole entire movie. You know, something fun, something interesting, something that will make us laugh, something that will make us cry. They're just fun, lovable characters. What else I could say? And yeah, that epic fight scene at the near end is truly the best fight scene ever in movie history. That's for sure. So all 3 of the Spider-Man dudes, they deserve to be at number 3. And coming at number 2, another heartbreaking moment in movie history, where Peter Parker decided to say goodbye to everyone. Yep, Peter Parker had no choice but to tell Doctor Strange to do that weird-looking spell thingy-majig, and it's time for everybody to forget who Spider-Man is, including the people that he loved. Yeah, Peter Parker decided to say goodbye to those other 2 Peter Parkers that he knew for a short period of time, and also say goodbye to Naz and Mary Jane, because when they say their goodbyes, they will forget who Peter Parker is. I know. Please don't say so much about it. And I vow I won't. The heartbreaking goodbye deserves to be at number 2. And finally, my number 1 most favorite moment that I ever loved that came from Spider-Man No Way Home, and I know what everybody's thinking about. I'm sure it has to be something to do with the Green Goblin. And since everybody said that Will Dafoe, who played the Green Goblin, he's the one who had stolen the show for the whole entire movie. Well, I got a message for all of you for that one. Sorry. Sorry, everybody who's a big fan of Green Goblin. It's not him. It's not Electro either. I know they found a way to make him a much better character than the one that came from the Amazing Spider-Man 2. And Sally, it's not Sandman or the Lizard Man. So yeah, none of these four villains interest me. But at least they're good characters, but they did not interest me for this whole entire film. But there's only one good villain I do care about who did stand out in this movie, and I think he's truly the best one out of the 5. So coming at number 1 goes to all the moments that came from Dr. Octopus. I will say Dr. Octopus is truly the best character in the whole entire movie. The best Spider-Man villain ever in movie history. I will say out of all the 5 villains I did see from this movie, I will say Dr. Octopus is truly the best Spider-Man villain who did get fleshed out and very well developed. And I understand why everybody loved this character so darn much. Even for me, I'm starting to become a Dr. Octopus fan. But for the movie version. I don't know much about the cartoon version or the comic book version of Dr. Octopus. But I really love this character so darn much. And that actor who played that dude, he did a really good job. He had still nailed his role even to this day. And he vows to never leave his character behind. Never, ever. There is too many moments to be found with this amazing character. But I will go with the 2 moments that I love the best that featured this really cool guy who has those metal arms in his back. Just 2 moments. There was one moment where Dr. Octopus had saved the 2 Spider-Man dudes from being electrocuted to death by Electro. All he did is try to take this weird thingy-majiggy out of his chest and put on this other thingy-majiggy on his chest and try to cure him. That was pretty darn awesome. And also that moment where he reunites with Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker. It was really darn heartwarming and really darn emotional. Yep, I really love those 2 moments. Those 2 moments were the best parts about Dr. Octopus that I love the best. And I'm very happy that Tom Holland's Peter Parker decided to heal Dr. Octopus first before he could cure the other ones. That's for sure. And that's why the whole entire moment that featured Dr. Octopus deserves to be the number 1 of my favorite moment of all time that came from Spider-Man No Way Home. And that is it, ladies and dudes. Those are my top 5 most favorite moments that I ever loved that came from Spider-Man No Way Home. I hope you enjoyed this list. And tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your most favorite moment that you have ever seen from Spider-Man No Way Home? Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And join me next time for my next movie review, and I will finally end Season 10 for good, as I head back to the movie theaters to see The Matrix 4. I know, people will boo at me for this. But I'm going to give this movie a shot anyway. And also, ladies and dudes, moment of silence. It's time to honor and respect Betty White, our dear beloved Golden Girl, who had passed away yesterday on New Year's Eve. may rest in peace. And plus, tomorrow is my birthday. I will be 35 years old. So wish me a happy birthday. And that is it for now. I'll see you guys later, and sayonara.